And now, introducing Channel 2 News Team starring Dick Fishwell, lead anchor. Also, Benjamin Dover, anchor woman. And, for your weather and sports, Jack A. Also, your on-the-scene reporter, Cellulite Kingston, along with Ernie Bald, smart guy. And now, here is your Channel 2 News Team.
And I'm Ben.
And I'm Dick.
Yeah, you are. In other news, you may recall on February 15th last year, the USS Maine burst into flames while transporting American citizens. $50,000 was offered to whoever captured the Spanish infidels who took the lives of over 260 men. Those poor souls.
In other news, as Ben was saying, the U.S. Maine did, in fact, get destroyed by the Spaniards, which caused controversy within the United States and Spain, and Congress debated over 12 months or so about the war, and they decided about April 20th to declare war on Spain. The first battle took place in the Philippines, where George Dewey opened fire on Spain, our U.S. commander, and within hours destroyed every Spanish ship in the Filipino area. Now you see, the Filipino people were very, very cooperative with the United States and helped us out a lot through that war, and by about mid-August, all of the Spanish troops gave up. Back to you, Ben. Welcome back, Ben. And now a word from our sponsors.
That's right, Nick. Jeepers, Daddy, I'm really hungry.
Really? So why don't you just add some, let me look in the cupboard. Ooh, this looks good. Well, we are back from our break. Boy, Ben, I sure do like that swift meat. It sure is tasty.
Delicious. And now for a special sports report with our sports and weather correspondent, Jack.
Aye!
And don't forget Aardvark.
Hi, I'm Jack Hall.
Aye!
My lovely assistant Aardvark, and we're here at the YMCA training camp. And as you can see, we're having the time of our lives. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
And here you will see an African American boxer by the name of Jack Johnson, now that more African Americans are joining along in sports.
Hi. And now on a more serious note, I will now report the weather to you. The rest of this week will be very sunny. High of 110, chance of snow, low of 17. For the weekend, we'll have slight showers on Saturday morning, lasting to about 7 p.m. Sunday, thunderstorm and a blizzard. So you might want to get those winter coats out. It might be cold. Back to you guys, Dick.
Thank you, Jack, for that touching report.
And now to a special report from our in-depth Scientologist. What's his name?
Ernie Ball!
Yes, with a report on the war in Cuba.
Oh, okay. The USS Maine has exploded in Havana Harbor and 260 sailors were killed. Why was the Maine in Havana Harbor? The Maine was sent to retrieve American citizens who were at risk in Cuba. Due to yellow journalism, the American public is sympathetic to the Cuban people. The Spaniards, under the leadership of Valeriano Weyler, have been brutally repressing the Cuban people. The Cuban people, under the leadership of Jose Martin, have a yearning for freedom. The incident involving the USS Maine has succeeded in provoking the American public. War with Spain is very much desired. The American Navy has organized a blockade of Cuba. The Spanish Caribbean fleet has been isolated in Santiago. When the fleet attempted to escape, they were annihilated by the American Navy. Teddy Roosevelt has organized a group of volunteers and is heading into battle. Here is Cellular Kingston covering the charge of San Juan Hill.
We're here in the famous battle. The war has just started. They're charging up the San Juan Mountain. Let's go, let's go. Follow me. This battle is absolutely incredible. There's people dying everywhere. Come now, let's go up the mountain. Let's go. It appears as if the American forces have secured the mountain. Let's go! Bang, bang!
Those poor souls.
In other news, and now across the globe with our very own Ernie Ball.
The first battle of the Spanish-American War occurred half a world away from the Americas. On April 30th, an American fleet steamed toward the Philippine Islands. Commodore George Dewey ordered the American ships to open fire on the Spanish ships anchored in Manila. With the support of the Filipinos, 11,000 American soldiers caused the Spanish to surrender. With the Treaty of Paris in December 1898, the Spanish-American War was concluded. The United States gained Guam, Puerto Rico, the Philippines, and Cuba. The United States then granted Cuba its independence. However, the United States maintains some control over Cuba by stipulating the addition of the Platt Amendment. The Filipinos were outraged with the Treaty of Paris. The Filipinos had believed that they were going to be granted their independence. When they discovered that they were instead going to be annexed by the United States, they responded with violence.
Now we go live to Cellulite in Hawaii.
The United States had yearned for the Hawaiian Islands since the late 1700s, basically. Over the time, sugar plantations became the dominant commodity in Hawaii. By 1900, foreigners and immigrant laborers outnumbered native Hawaiians 3-1. Tisk tisk. The owners of the sugar plantations profited from close ties to the United States. The sugar planters enjoyed the benefit of being able to export Hawaiian sugar to the US without a tariff. This changed in 1890, 100 years later, with the passage of McKinley Tariff. Planters called for the immediate annexation of the Hawaiian Islands by the United States. Meanwhile, the US had been building a military presence in the islands. In 1887, the US acquired Pearl Harbor as a refueling station for American ships. In 1891, Queen Liverworton came to power. She wanted the region of the Hawaiian Islands. This agenda antagonized the sugar planters under the leadership of Sanford B. Dole and with the help of Marines. Queen Liliuokalani's government was overthrown. In the year 1898, American forces annexed Hawaii and the Hawaiian Islands became officially American territory.
Oh, and before I forget, Alaska was bought on October 18th, 1867 for 2 cents an acre, and it remains a colony to today, rich in resources.
That'll be all for tonight, folks. Good night.
And thanks for stopping by.